recording.
We lost Charlotte.
I know. Hang on. Anna, are you still recording?
Yeah.
Okay. My opinion on their revival is I think they need to back up a little bit and let Elena have her... I think Elena needs space from both of them right now. I think... I mean, I want her to be with Damon, don't get me wrong. But I think that she, like Jay said earlier... Who was it, Jay or Charlotte? That said she needs to get to know herself.
Yeah,
first.
Give the poor girl a break.
You have to know yourself before you can fall in love with people. You have to love yourself before you fall in love with people. So it's like she's gotta have her own moment. That's just why I kind of want a weekend trip with like the girls or something like that, just so she can clear her head and maybe they can talk about it. But I know that's like a filler episode and that wouldn't happen. But you get me.
I want her to go visit Jeremy.
That would be a great episode.
I want her to what?
Visit Jeremy.
Oh, yeah. This should happen.
I think so. I think it'd be awesome. And then go snowboarding. Are we all good on that answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I answer 12? Ready? Okay.
Oh, this is Jay's question.
Yeah. All right. Anna, do you guys feel Elena forgave Stefan easily? I have a wonderful reply to this, and it is by I think I might have inhaled you, Sylvia. She wrote, I was reading around that someone thinks that Elena forgave Stefan too soon. I don't think she has just forgiven him or something. I think she accepted his apology. And she was hurt deeply. He almost got her killed, and he used something he knows, like her parents dying out of rage against her. But it's like she's dealing with a completely different person. It's like she's dealing with stuff and she never knew. Like some kind of stranger, and now she's stronger, and she won't let.
Really?
I'm always of the idea that it's easier to forgive a stranger than someone you love. It takes time to not feel the pain again because you feel hurt and betrayed by that person, and I think that this was the same for Elena. Personally, I understand that. The more you love someone, the harder it is to forgive him or her, if he or she hurts you. That is my response.
I was a very well written. Who wrote that again?
Sylvia.
Props to you. That was very good.
Can I have a link?
It will be posted in the mentions.
Can you put it in the chat so I can read it and figure out the parts that I missed because you were talking?
I think that was a good point because everyone was very angry about that. Everyone was angry about that when that came out. Because I know I was upset because it took her forever to forgive Damon, but I think she's very, very right with that. It's a lot easier to forgive a stranger than it is to forgive someone you know, because you expect more of someone you know and someone you trust. And then this Stefan, she didn't trust, she didn't trust him.
Now that I'm reading this, actually reading it and not having Jay read it to me, I completely agree.
Are you saying something's wrong with my voice?
No, you're breaking up.
Anna?
What?
What's your opinion?
I don't know. I don't think she forgave Stefan.
I was going to say that, though. To be honest, when did she forgive Stefan, guys? Did I miss something? I don't know.
He said, I shouldn't have taken you to that bridge. And then she said, what did she say, Jay?
She said, he's like, I'm sorry. She goes, I know. And then he says something else. And she goes, okay. Or, I don't remember the scene.
It was something like that. So it sounded as if she did forgive him.
Yeah. It sounded like she did.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if it comes up later where he said, but you forgave me. And she's like, no, I didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if the writers did that.
Yeah.
I think she was just okay. It was an okay that said, I think it was an okay that basically said, all right, so you did that and to you that's right. Okay, let's move on.
Pretty much. Oh, can I read this person's URL? It's very interesting.
Okay.
The next question is cooking up sarcastic chemicals. Oh my god, sounds exciting.
That's perfect.
Right? That sounds really exciting. I love it. That's like Damon. I love it. So they asked, hi, this might have already been asked, but do you think Stefan had any right to hit Damon at the end of the last episode where Elena told him about the kiss? Does this mean that Stefan still loves her or still has some feeling, or still has humanity? Okay, we have two other questions really similar to that. We have Anon asking, should I join them together, Jay?
If they're all blue, yes.
Yeah, okay. So we have two other questions that are really similar to that. Another Anon asks, Stefan saying, you're better than him, you're better than both of us, and the punch, what are your thoughts? And then I have another one with, I have an angel on my shoulder. Jay, are you going to sing it?
I have an angel on my shoulder.
Very good. Ask, do you think Stefan had the right to punch Damon, and did Damon really deserve to be punched, or is it just building up since Damon punched him and I saw a post discussing this? Okay, I think it was funny because when Jay was reading to me Karina's review, Karina McKenzie, her review on the episode, Karina initially said, okay, Stefan gets one punch and that's it. And I guess it kind of makes sense a little bit, but at the same time, I don't think he really had a right because Damon has been holding back so long, and I think Stefan's lucky that he hasn't taken advantage of Elena until now. And he didn't even take advantage of her, you know? She kissed back. It wasn't like she forced her on her and like raped her. It was like he kissed her and she did it back, you know? It was mutual. So I think it wasn't really right for him to punch him. I think he was just angry about it. And I think he was angry also with himself for leaving and for letting it happen. And even though he left to save Damon, I think he's still upset about it. I think he's also upset with Elena, even though he doesn't want to admit it. And I really, really, really hate how Stefan said, you're better than him, you're better than both of us, because not once in the entire series, other than calling him, like, boring or emotional or brooding, Damon has never put down Stefan, ever. He's never put down Stefan in front of Elena. He's always like, Stefan's better. You're better off with Stefan. That my brother deserves you. My brother, like, you love my brother. He's never, ever put down Stefan, which upsets me because it's really sad that Damon is so loving towards his brother in that way, but Stefan can't be at that point because he's so much better than he was at the beginning of season 1. You know what I mean? So, and I also think, I made a big post about it when the episode came out, that Damon loves on a completely different level than Stefan, and that Damon loves more maturely. He loves like a mid-20s guy, and Stefan loves like a 17-year-old boy. It's really controversial saying that, but I feel like that's what it really is like about, because Stefan loves, it goes back to that post that Jay told me about, how the difference between how they love. And I think Stefan just loves completely differently than Damon. It's kind of, Stefan loves either you love me or you can't love my brother. It doesn't work that way. You either love me or you don't love either of us. You know, and that makes me kind of sad because I wish the writers hadn't done that to him. Because I thought Stefan was better than that. I thought Stefan could put his brother above him for once. And I know he has before by saving him and stuff. But verbally to Elena, I think he should have been able to do that, but he couldn't. Sorry for the long explanation.
I don't know what to say, because I get, like, we've said that, like, Damon's lashed out and done things that he didn't really mean in the end, and I think that was it for Stefan. I don't think he just needed to get out the frustration he's feeling of the fact, because he's a very, like, he holds in his guilt. So he knows that the fact that Damon and Elena kiss is a direct result of the fact of him pushing away Elena. Yeah. So I think he pulled a Damon and let that, like, frustration out on the only person he could, really, because he knew Damon would take the punch.
Yeah.
But the one argument that I'm, not all Delana fans, but I'm seeing a lot of Delana fans have is like, oh, no, wait, maybe I'm mixing it up, but they're saying, like, well, he should have, it's Delana, he should have hit Damon because that's his brother, and his brother's stealing his girl. Well, did everyone remember that Stefan stole Catherine from Damon?
And he didn't care.
And they kind of had a menage a trois thing going on.
Verbally said that he didn't care that his brother loved Catherine. And
I'm just saying, treat them equally. Don't treat one better than the other.
Yeah.
There. Okay. Go ahead.
Anna? I think they fell asleep.
No, I'm listening.
think Anna fell asleep.
I thought I answered this already. I don't know. Guys, it's 11:45. I'm exhausted. Ugh. I don't
You
know.
want to stop here and we'll continue.
Skip. I don't know.
We're almost done. I mean,
We're halfway.
oh, okay.
Someone else
If you
can
want to go
answer.
to bed, that's fine, but
I don't think.
it's up to you.
Do I think Damon had the right to punch, or do I think Stefan? No, I don't. He left. I don't think Damon's done anything wrong. And not only that, Elena told Stefan, "I kissed Damon," not the other way around. So, knock it off, Stefan.
Knock that shit off. Cut that shit out.
I think what was it? Jay said it right. That he was pulling a Damon when he punched Stefan. Was that Jay or Jen? Sorry,
That was
That was me.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was Jay. I completely agree with that, and I didn't even think of it that way, but it's really true. And I don't completely blame him for the punch because I don't want to say he had the right because that's not the right choice of words, but he sort of, kind of did, and I think it also is like a lashing out of his guilt and his frustration. But I don't think he had the right to. If he was punching Damon because he knew Damon would take the punch, then why did he say that Damon wasn't worthy of Elena? Because by punching Damon, he's basically saying that he knows he's I don't want to say good man, but the fact that Damon won't pounce on him because of it. Back in season 1, Damon would have ripped Stefan's arm off or something ridiculous if Stefan had even tried that, or stabbed him in the gut with a knife. But Damon just took it. So that says something about Damon as well, but I don't like the fact, more than the punch, because that was just like physical frustration, I think that I don't like the fact that Stefan said, "You're better than him, you're better than both of us." He had no right to say that after everything Damon's held back, everything Damon's done to try to find Stefan, and Damon taking care of Elena while not trying to, like, kiss her until now.
Yeah.
And he's well aware of Damon's feelings for her, and the fact that he should recognize the fact that Damon's held out for this long. And because they're brothers above all else, so I don't want to say he should be happy for him, because that's wrong also, but they shouldn't try to let this get between them again. And if he's disrespecting Damon's character, that's just, there's no reason for him to do that, especially everything Damon's done to try to help him.
So I think I'll just throw this question in because we've kind of touched on it.
Yeah.
Anon asked, how do you guys feel about the whole thing with Stefan putting Damon down a lot, but Damon always praising his brother?
I think it's really messed up.
Yeah,
and
Jen already answered this.
Yeah.
Inadvertently, she answered it.
I just threw it in because we were talking about
But
it. I should have glued
I
it.
think it also has to do with Stefan doesn't see the other sides of Damon, because Damon always thinks better of Stefan than Stefan thinks of Damon, and when Elena could see Damon's other side, Stefan was still warning her off of him.
It really all goes back to the way that they love.
Yeah.
Like, we've said this. Stefan can't see the bad things in himself, so he points them out in other people.
Yeah.
It's a character trait. It's not that it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that, or like Stefan's a bad guy or whatever. It's his own personal issue.
Stefan has spent his entire time with Elena basically saying how evil Damon is. You know? And then up until the end of season 2 where he says, you know, you should go talk to him before he dies or whatever, or before we find the cure or whatever. That was like the only time I saw him just relent and give it up and just be like, you know, go see him, he needs you. You know, that was the first time that I saw him give up something he loved for his brother. Even though he didn't really give it up, he gave up Elena just to say, you know, you need to see him, he needs to see you, I know he loves you, you know, kind of thing. And that's what I loved about it, but I really, really, really hated how Stefan said that in the last episode. Like, that made me really sad.
I just think it's like kind of, you know how we said earlier that Damon is Stefan's humanity?
Yeah.
I think this is another play into it, because Damon is always, even though he's done things that are really bad to Stefan, you know he loves Stefan. And I think Stefan, like, putting Damon down or lashing out on him is a way for him to kind of deflect. Like, Damon has his humor, but Stefan, like, kind of turns it on you. Like, that's how he deflects from himself.
Yeah.
Like, so I just think this is another play into